Hello, welcome back. If you are new here, my name's Annie. I crochet all sorts of fun stuff. I'm a crochet pattern designer and I love sharing all things crochet under the sun with you. So hopefully you are ready for today's video because I have all sorts of fun things to share with you and catch you up on, and honestly, I am so looking forward to it. So go ahead and grab your crochet projects and let's get into the vlog. Good morning. It is raining here today, and I think you all know how I feel about rain at this point. It is just my favorite thing because it gives me an excuse to stay home and crochet and drink a hot latte for a change. As I was saying, I have a lot of things to show you because I think it's been a few weeks since my last crochet vlog, so we just have a lot to talk about, and I'm gonna start by catching you up on some of the things that I have been working on since that last vlog. I don't even know where to start because everything is so fun. I guess I'll start with this turtle. So, shocker, I made another turtle. I used Parfait XL for this turtle. I made this for my husband because he loves the turtles and I just wanted an excuse to crochet. I love this. It's so soft and I love the size. This again is the same turtle pattern I always use. This is the Tiana turtle from All From Jade and I love it. It's so well written and it's no-sew, which is actually really nice for a pattern like this. Like, this is the sort of thing that I love to be no-sew, just things that I can work on mindlessly while I'm watching TV or something. Okay, I totally should have shown you this first because I'm very excited about this, but I actually had the absolute honor of testing one of the members of the Veggie Snail Council. This pattern is from Zoe over at Garden Hoe Crochet, and let me tell you, I love it. When I found out that I was chosen to test the Cornelius corn snail, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I was because if you don't know, I used to live in the Midwest and my backyard was literally a cornfield, so I just have a special connection to the corn, you know what I mean? So there he is. I love him, and this pattern is actually available now. I plan on making a bunch more of the veggie snails. Like, there's a few that I especially love, like the little potato snail, the turnip snail, the carrot snail, the broccoli snail. I'm pretty much naming all of them because I love all of them, but you definitely have to check this out and I will leave the pattern linked in the description. So I really want to start doing some felt eyes and mouths for these snails because that's what Zoe does and I honestly think it looks best. I just find that whenever I embroider the mouth, I don't love how it looks, so that might have to be something that we try to do together because I have never tried it and I'm sure it's one of those things that's like super easy and I'm way overthinking it. Okay, I have another thing that I'm so excited to show you. So this pattern, I swear, has a complete chokehold on me. I love this thing. This is another pattern from All From Jade. As you know, I'm obsessed with her. I love her pattern so much. And this is just a hilarious little caterpillar, but I bought this in a bundle that also includes her wasp pattern. There's a bee, there's a butterfly. There's a whole bunch of these that have this really funny little feature where it's almost like a little fidget toy. Like, you can spin it around like this and you can bend it, and I just think these are so fun. And Premier also sent me a bunch of their gumdrop yarn and I love that yarn so much, but with the striping, I've never known exactly what to make with it, and this is the perfect project for Premier gumdrop because it just is so fun. Like, and it stripes and it's perfect and it's cute, and I just start listing like every adjective, okay? I'm not gonna go there. So long story short, if you have some Premier gumdrop, this is the ultimate pattern to use it for because it's just meant to be. Like, this is such a perfect little caterpillar color. I just love the way that it bends and twists. I think it is so fun. This would be such a fun little gift for like a baby shower or something. And when I first saw this, I thought, like, how do you assemble that? It looks kind of confusing. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little intimidated at first, but I'm here to assure you it's actually way simpler than you would think it would be. So I love this pattern. I'm really excited to make the butterfly next. I've made the wasp already and it turned out so cute, and it's just another really good pattern. This is so creative and cool. So we got to take a break from talking about crochet to talk about knitting because, as you know, I love knitting socks. It's like one of my new favorite things, and I have just found that it's a really nice way for me to take a break from crocheting while still kind of like maintaining the creativity and all that with crochet, but it just helps me recharge too. So it's perfect all around. But a few vlogs ago, I started knitting a pair of socks for my husband, and they have taken me forever. Let me tell you, they take way longer than the socks that I knit for myself, but I did finish the first one and it fits him perfectly, which I am so relieved about because I was getting nervous, but It's so nice, and I just love this color. Like, is this colorway not just the prettiest thing? I love the earthy greens and browns. I think it's so pretty, and this yarn is from Arcane Fiberworks. I absolutely love their yarn. It's perfect for socks. It's perfect for everything. But I did have to just show you that I finally finished the first sock. It definitely takes longer than crochet, but it is just a nice thing to work on while I'm watching a show or a movie. It helps me be a little more present, I guess, just because I've really found my rhythm with sock knitting. And then I also started working on the second sock because there's this thing called second sock syndrome that I have heard in the knitting community, where once you finish one sock, you just completely lose the motivation to do the second one. And let me tell you, that's a real thing, and I'm trying to nip that in the butt by just getting started and working my way through the second sock. Also, I know the guy just really wants his pair of socks now that he's tried on one, he just wants the other one. So that is something I'm hoping to finish up, hopefully by the next vlog. So all of those updates lead us up to last night when I made this really cute little strawberry mushy pop. This pattern is from Crochet by Jenna, and I just love it. There's something about this pattern. It's just a favorite of mine, and I think they're so cute. I know everyone loves all the little strawberry things, so I plan on stocking these in my shop, and I was just trying to get an idea of how long it would take me, and it's so fun. It's so cute. I love how you can also make these, like you could do like a blueberry one or a little orange or something. I don't know, they're just so funny and cute. There's just something about it. I think it has to be one of my favorite patterns of hers. So we also have to talk about some yarn. I just went and grabbed it off of my shelf if you saw it magically disappear, but this yarn is Little Bunny from Premier, and Allison from Wonder Crochet has actually completely influenced me to try this yarn. It's just a super fluffy, really fun yarn that I feel like would be perfect for some plushies, and some of the things that she's made with it have turned out so cute. So I got it in this pink color, white, light and dark brown, so I'm hoping to do something with that soon. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know, but maybe in this video I'll end up making something with this. And then I think the last thing I had to update you on was that I actually created a Patreon, so if you're interested in joining that community, we would love to have you. I personally think it is so much fun. In my Patreon group, you'll get access to our community Discord. I am doing a monthly podcast where I'm just answering your questions, talking about some of the behind the scene things. And then as a patron, you also get access to my patterns included in your membership. And additionally, as a patron, you don't have to apply to any of my pattern tests. You just automatically get to test my patterns, which I think is pretty fun. So if you want to join us over there, I'll have a link in the description. But so far, I'm honestly loving it. I think it is so fun to be connecting with you guys, especially on Discord. I love just chatting and seeing what you're working on, and there's all sorts of fun little channels that I have in our Discord community where we just get to talk about all sorts of different things. So it's a lot of fun. I would love to have you there. As you know, my Paul the Pigeon pattern just released, and as a patron, you get the pattern included in the membership. So that's something I plan on implementing with the Patreon, is every time I do release a pattern, if you are a member, you will just automatically get the PDF, which personally is one of my favorite things in Patreon. Like, everybody that I'm a member of, I love when they do that, so I had to do it in mine as well. But I think that's all the things I had to catch you up on, so now we'll just get into everything else that I'm doing this week. Okay, I had to show you my socks because my mom got me these the other day, and they're kind of cringe. They say I am awesome, and then on the bottom they also say awesome, and I think they're so funny. Cringe, but great. All right, we need to talk. It's been a couple hours, but I feel like a lot has just happened right now. So first of all, I got the mail, and I mentioned in my last video that I was waiting for some of those really pretty glittery safety eyes. I have never used them before, but they kind of look like this, and I'm gonna show you them really quick because it's relevant. Here's what they look like. I got these little kawaii, like, cross-eyed looking ones, and you can see that they're clear, but then they come with these little glittery pieces like this, and you put those behind it. And so my thought is, I was like, what should I crochet with this? I want to crochet something and we can do it in the vlog. Like, it just sounds fun. Okay. And then I started to think about like weird little crochet things, like maybe I could design something. And then I was just sitting there for a second, and I don't know why, but I've been thinking about moths lately, and I was just, you know, I was just thinking about moths, and I was like, what if I designed a moth crochet pattern? And I'm only leaving this in the video if I end up doing it. So if you're seeing this, it means that I figured out how to design a moth and I started drawing it out, okay? So this is like my drawing that I have. It looks awful, okay? But basically, this is what I was thinking, okay? So it might not end up looking exactly like this. It probably won't because they never really do. But I mentioned earlier how I have Little Bunny, which is the fluffy yarn, and I feel like this is perfect for a little moth. So if I used Parfait Chunky and Little Bunny, like I could use this around the neck and then for the antennas and the feet. I feel like it would be so funny. And I don't know, you know, I've been on kind of like an obscure creature crochet pattern kick. Like, you know, I just did a pigeon. I feel like a moth is kind of in that same vein where it's like one of the, you know, less admired creatures that is still worthy of admiration, just like a pigeon is. So I don't know, I'm feeling really excited. Like whenever I have a pattern idea like this, I just get really excited. So you're seeing firsthand how it feels, and I just really hope it works out because I don't know. I feel like I just feel like lately I'm really finding my vibe with crochet patterns. Like I just love designing kind of like the weird niche animals that you're not seeing all the time. Like, you know, it's not a cat or a cow. And don't get me wrong, I have ideas for those sorts of things, but this is just so fun, and I just appreciate all of your support with these weird things. And I'm totally rambling. This is what happens when I get excited, but I think that my plan is to try to make a moth and see if it comes to life, and maybe use some weird eyes. I feel like these would be perfect. Like, see the little, ignore my broken nail, see this little brown backing here? I feel like that would be perfect for our moth. I'm just so excited, and I really hope it works out. Okay, so here's what I have so far. Honestly, I'm loving him so far. It is very, very rare that I just put a crochet pattern together like this. Like usually it takes me days or weeks and it comes over like a span of time, but he is really just falling into place, and I am so obsessed with this. I'm so excited to be accidentally kind of taking you along my designing process right now. I decided that where these stitch markers are, that's where his other set of arms is going to go, and I have just been converted to the glittery eyes. They match his little fluffy antenna and everything perfectly. I think he's turning out so cute. My plan now is to do his wings, and I plan on making them striped just because I feel like that'd be cute. And then honestly, what I'm most excited for is I want to make a strawberry moth. I feel like it would be so cute to just have a little pink one. I have the pink fluffy yarn that I already showed you, and I'm just having a good time. Whenever I have a crochet pattern come together like this, it is rare and it is so much fun. So I wasn't even planning on doing anything today because I just released my other pattern, but sometimes this is how it happens, and I am so stoked. So who knows, he might change a little bit before he is official, but I feel like this is going to be a pattern. Thanks for being excited with me. I know it's kind of like a weird creature, like a moth. You're like, really, Annie? You're designing a moth? But you know what? I think it's fun because I don't see a lot of other people designing moths or pigeons, and it's just, you know, it's nice to have the option if you want to make some weird animal. I'm here for you. Usually with my crochet patterns, you might have noticed I will have their names correspond with the first letter of the animal, like Paul the pigeon. And, you know, I'm just getting Monty the moth vibes here. I don't know. Stay tuned. We're going to see how he turns out, what happens. So I need to go eat lunch right now, but as I was standing up, I realized I have another name idea. You're going to have to let me know what you think, but we could name him Timothy. Get it? Because, like, the word moth is literally in the name Timothy. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think of that, but I think that might be kind of funny. Like, Tim Moth E. I swear, it's always on my days off like this where I just have all this energy to design, and it's amazing what happens when you just take a little break. I mean, it gives your brain the freedom to crochet moths, crochet pigeons, Okay, I'm back. It is another day. It is another latte. I think it has been about a day or two since I last picked up the camera, but I have quite a few updates to share with you, especially about our little moth. So good news. I am very happy to say that the little moth I was working on is going to be my next crochet pattern. Here he is. I've been trying to figure out what his name is going to be, and I think we have settled on Monty the moth. We were going back and forth between Timothy, because I think I already talked about this, but you know me, I just always have too many ideas, but I think his name is going to be Monty the moth, and I think we're settled on that. But I really, really love this. I love the way it turned out. I think it's going to be such a fun way to use up some fluffy yarn and a really great way to play around with a bunch of different color combinations in a crochet pattern. That's usually what I'm striving for these days, is just designing patterns that you can make time and time again using different colors, different yarns, and you know, to me, that's one of the top things that I look for in a crochet pattern. So I figured I should start to try to do that myself. But this is the first one that I made here. I love his sparkly little eyes. I feel like they just match his color so well. And he's just like the classic brown moth. And I actually made another one, I think a night ago or so. Look at this cute little pink moth. I am obsessed with her. And this is what I mean when I say I feel like this pattern, you can do this in like a bunch of colors. Like I love the way this looks, and the little striped wings. I love these colors. Like, she is just the cutest. This is Monty's little girlfriend right here, and they're just the cutest little pair. I told Ryan, my husband, that this is us in another universe, and he was like, oh my gosh. I always say stuff like that, and he's like such a good sport about it, but I think it's so funny. She also has the little sparkly eyes too in this pink color, and I'm just obsessed once again. So I'm really excited to see this pattern come to life, and I think that I might try to make some modifications to it down the road. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm thinking it might be fun to make a butterfly modification where we round out the bottom here, or we add a little light bulb for the moth to hold. That's something I'm kind of playing around with right now, so who knows, but I'm really excited to see. The pattern just went to the tech editor yesterday, so we're kind of looking at a beginning of May timeframe for the pattern release. I'm just so excited to be sharing my next pattern with you today. This was very unexpected, but I'm very excited about these little cuties. I'm just like, look at how cute they are. Have you ever seen a cute moth? Because I haven't until right now, and lately it kind of feels like I'm just on a mission to make strange animals cute. That's kind of becoming my thing right now, I feel like. So be on the lookout for my tester call for Monty the moth, and my patrons will actually be receiving this pattern for free in the month of May. But now that I have finished updating you on all the moth news, I have some other things to share with you. I had to share this pattern with you because I am absolutely obsessed. This is a pattern from Crochet Grove. I made this the other night. I love just having a little cozy night in on Saturdays, and usually I'll try a new crochet pattern, and this is what I chose because I've been seeing this adorable little duck everywhere. And as I mentioned, I got some new safety eyes, and I am completely obsessed with these safety eyes. I feel like they make such a difference in your projects. Like, it really just helps to bring things to life and make them even cuter. But this is the little duck that I made, and he has this adorable little frog floaty, but honestly, he's really cute without the floaty as well. And this worked up so quickly. I really thought this was gonna take me a while, and I did this in one sitting, which I was very surprised by. I'm pretty sure I just did this while I was watching some true crime documentary on Netflix or something, but the little frog floaty was really easy too. I've never worked something like a circle like this with amigurumi, so it was really cool to learn something new, and I just love that in a crochet pattern. And again, this is one of those patterns where I can come back to it. I love the idea of making a little mallard version or a white duck, or, you know, just playing around with all the colors. That to me is just like a fun thing. If you haven't been able to tell by now, I just love the little floaty too. Like, look at how cute this is. I need a little floaty like this. This little duck is just ready for an aquatic environment. He is ready to go. I just love the way that she designed the beak too. I think it's so creative, and it looks really nice, and it's not stuffed or anything. It's a good pattern. It's really good. So I highly recommend any pattern from Crochet Grove. She is so talented. talented, and this pattern is no exception to that. I don't have to really say anything, just look at how cute this is. It was very fun and very inspiring to work on. So I spent so much time writing up the draft for my moth pattern that I honestly didn't do a ton of crocheting in the past few days, but I did come back to one of my all-time favorite patterns. And if you have been hanging around the channel for a while, you will know that this little shrimp is one of my all-time favorite amigurumi projects. I mean it when I say I think he's the best, I think he's the cutest, and you know, I just have a thing for obscure little amigurumi creatures. I'm starting to realize very quickly in this video. But this is one of the first amigurumi projects I ever made. It was a little emotional support shrimp, and as I've gotten better with amigurumi, I just feel like the shrimps are looking even better these days, and so I decided to make one of these. I might start putting them in my shop because I just enjoy making them when I'm watching a show or whatever. And also I just got this color of Parfait Chunky in the mail from Premier, and this is peach, I think, but I feel like it was the perfect shrimp color. It was just really calling my name, so that's what I did last night, and I think that's everything that I've crocheted since I last talked to you. There's just been all sorts of fun updates today, and you know, I'm just obsessed with my moth, and I can't wait for you to try it for yourself too. Oh my gosh, like at this point, who knows what I'm gonna design next, honestly. I think that pretty much wraps up the vlog, so thank you so much for watching and spending a little bit of time with me this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content from me. I really cannot wait to share my moth pattern with you. I am so excited about this one, and I just had so much fun taking you along for the ride. I have been meaning to share my designing process, so it was fun to share a little bit of the behind the scenes with you, but anyways, as I was saying, I can't wait to share the pattern with you very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!